Hello there, this is LEGO Dynasty, and today I'm bringing you guys my review of the LEGO Batman Mech Armor. It is set number 76270, comes with 140 pieces, and is rated ages 6 and up. Now this set retails in the United States for $14.99 and in Canada for $19.99. Now without further ado, let's kick off this review, starting with the box. Taking a look at the box, you can see the Batman in his mech armor here. Kind of swooping down. You actually have some bats in the background, which looks pretty cool, and a white light. Kind of reminds me of, the first Batman, like when he first emerges and has the bats, surrounding him, type thing from the comics, and I think it was adapted at one point into a Batman animated film. So that's pretty cool there. You have the DC logo right there. Of course, it comes with the one Batman minifigure. And on the back, as you can see, you have the Batman logo again. Batman outside the mech armor, which looks pretty cool. And then you have the play functionalities of the set shown on the back of the box there. Here we are taking a look at the manual, and as you can see, again, it is a rendered image. I always just say in my reviews that I just am not a fan of the rendered image. In the past, we used to get the box art reprinted on the set, and it looked a lot better, a lot more of a premium product. Here, doesn't take away anything from the build experience. It just, to me, doesn't look as good, and it's just a cost-cutting measure from LEGO. But I always say I really don't feel like we are getting the benefits of those cut costs. It just is, to me, LEGO, penny pinching on their products. And then there is also no advertising in the back of the manual as well for any other LEGO DC sets, as there was a few that released alongside this LEGO Batman Mech. Here we have the extra pieces I was left with following the build, and as you can see, you have some Technic pieces, an extra LEGO Batarang, which is pretty nice, and then some studs for the stud shooter. So overall, a nice collection of extra pieces. Here we have the LEGO Batman minifigure, the only one included in the set. Overall, it looks pretty nice, with the all yellow Batman cape or belt there. You have the Batman logo looking pretty nice. There's no arm or leg printing on this figure, and he does have some nice back printing as well, which looks pretty good there. You can take off his mask to reveal a face underneath that is double-sided, so that is definitely pretty nice, though you aren't given like an extra hairpiece to represent Bruce Wayne. Overall, a pretty standard Batman minifigure, but a nice one nonetheless. Now let's take a look at the LEGO Batman mech armor itself. Overall, the LEGO mechs are all very similar, using very similar piece count, or pieces I should say, to represent what they're creating, though usually having a slight flair to represent that character. In this case, you have a giant LEGO Batarang that is attached to your character here, or the mech armor, which is pretty nice. It is a pretty, simple build, but that's what that piece is supposed to represent, a large LEGO Batarang. You also have these parts here on the back to represent sort of a cape. Now, this is the thing that I just don't think works the best. Like, I know what they're going for, but the idea is this is supposed to be, wings, and I don't know. I don't love the look of it. Like, it works, but it doesn't work. Like, it almost needed to be a little bit more malleable moving the wings, because just keeping it like this, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I see what they were going for. I just don't think at the end of the day this part worked, but I don't think they wanted to create a whole new part for the mech. Now, you do have this nice printed Batman logo, which I think is absolutely outstanding. Like, this is a piece that I think is going to be well desired for, collectors. Like, it's silly to say that, but, like, I think it's true. Like, this is a really nice, the fact that it is not a sticker. Now, as I said, you do have a stud shooter, so you have it on his side, which looks pretty nice, and the way you fire the stud shooter is you just press down on this, sort of piece here, and it will fire, so there you go. And generally, you may lose your studs by shooting it. That's why they give you a few extras. I believe there was 3 extra red studs included, so then you have more to fire with. Now, you do have some nice swivelability of the legs, as you can see. Now, you can't fully spin it just based on the design, which makes sense in a lot of ways. Like, you don't want a fully 360-degree spin, but you got a solid amount of spin there. The legs use this part that is very commonplace. It's also used for the arms, and basically there is no opposability, like it is locked in place. You can't move it at all, but it does keep the set pretty stable overall. Now, while I say it keeps it pretty stable, you do have to place it in the right orientation. Otherwise, the set will fall down quite easily. So, in that position, it works fine. But if you move it to the back, it's just going to tip over. So you don't have full opposability for display or anything like that. But it is okay for play purposes. Now, same thing for the arms. They spin, I guess I should say, 360 degrees, which is good, and overall looks pretty nice when you do it. The last main play functionality, of course, is fitting the Batman inside. Now, it is slightly different how they've done this compared to older mechs, where you're just placing it on studs rather than a piece to just fit your character inside. So it's different. But it still works, and you actually want to sit him down in order to fully close up and only show the character or the minifigure's head. But with him inside, it looks pretty good. You do want to probably have the cape on the outside just so it doesn't get scrunched up, and it looks okay with it like that, but just because of the amount of space, you'd want to have it set up in that orientation instead. And there you have it. The Lego Batman Mech Armor. And to me, it's an overall fine addition to Lego mechs. There's been quite a few over the years, and overall, there's nothing too special about this one. Really, it's the only negative is comes down to the fact that some of the other Lego mechs that have released have come with 2 minifigures and are, at least in Canada, a couple dollars less. I will have reviews out on the Lego Superman versus Lex Luthor, Lego Spider-Man versus Anti-Venom, and Lego Iron Man versus Ultron. But all of those sets come with 2 minifigures and are $2 less in Canada, though all these mechs are the same price in the United States. So go Canada. Yay, we finally got something cheaper. But it does feel like a miss. Feels like we could have gotten an extra figure. Likely would have been Joker, but maybe they would have put in a different character in this set. It just feels a little bit weird why this one is slightly more expensive in Canada, coming at $19.99 compared to $17.99 for the other mechs that I've mentioned, and having 1 less minifigure. Not sure if that's related to DC rights or something, but again, it's the prices are all the same in the United States, so I'm not really entirely sure. It's kind of the same price as what they would price a Lego Star Wars mech, and none of those would come with an extra minifigure, so maybe DC is just a more expensive rights to pay than Lego Marvel. Though again, that doesn't really make sense either, since the Superman and Lex Luthor mech is again a couple dollars cheaper here in Canada. So not really sure why this one only has 1 minifigure, but it's still an okay Batman minifigure and an overall good Lego mech set. Let me know your thoughts on the Lego Batman Mech Armor in the comments down below. Have you guys picked up the set, or are you planning to? Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed, and have a great day, everyone.